700 horses of man and machine. They're full wide. Green flag showtime. The Knoxville Nationals are green. We're live. Three races left to go in the summer season, and we are entering the home stretch at the Speed Palace, Port Royal Speedway in Pennsylvania. We welcome you to another edition of Monday Night Madness. We've got 358s and sprint cars around the corner for you at one of the fastest places in coast to coast. And we're excited for a lot of good action for you. So glad you could join us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Marty Sakala with you alongside a Knoxville hungover Brandon Dittmer after a heck of a week at the Knoxville Nationals. But now we get back to iRacing with 3 races left to go in the season. And some title pictures still not out of the question yet. It can be a lot of fun here.
I absolutely come to a very, very big old track in the form of Port Royal, and we are in for some very good racing, and that bottom is going to be very, very fast tonight.
It absolutely will. Let's talk about, as we're about set to go for qualifying, let's talk about the Open 358 standings coming on in. It's Isaac Salas right now, 40-point lead on Sam Bachman coming on in. Who do you think could have the advantage at Port Royal? It seems like Isaac is unstoppable, but could Sam Bachman have a possible chance here tonight?
It's going to be tough. Isaac's been really fast all season. I think he's carrying that momentum right on through. I don't know how he did last week. I wasn't able to tune into the broadcast, but he's fast almost anywhere he goes, and if you're going to beat him, you got to get out in front of him quick and never let him back by you.
Absolutely. So he'll set the bar here on the lap time, so we'll just have to see what happens. Salas with lap number 1 going up on the boards. as he goes with a 19.504. So slide job on the top of the charts. Jake Henry up to second with a 19.56. Dean Reynolds quick time at a 19.23. He wasn't supposed to be here tonight, but because Summerfast at Brewerton got rained out, guess what? He's here in that gold number 79. Off the corner, looking for a better lap time here. And he is slower with a 19.41, but I don't think anyone saw Dean Reynolds being out Isaac Salas, and I don't think anyone expected Isaac Salas to be 13th on the charts out of 22 drivers.
And 13th, that's going to put him right outside of a transfer spot, or invert, and that's going to make it a very, very difficult night. And Sam Buckman might just be licking his chops right now, seeing that.
We'll have 3 heats tonight. Yeah, absolutely. Because that would put him second in the heat races. Looking at, I believe your pole sitters would be Craig Bristol, Jake Henry, and Trent Verstraeten. And Clay Christopherson just finishing up his lap, second lap, 19.59. So Dino the quickest at a 19.226. I think Isaac was playing the game a little bit. Trying to make sure he started up near the pole, and if Port Royal is a little bit tough to pass. So, but we're ready to go for heat action here tonight. And again, we thank you so much for joining us here on Monday Night Madness. Heat race number 1 brought to you by our friends at Gambler Motorsports, official team of the Coast to Coast Racing League. Craig Bristol starts on pole position. Bristol in the number 39 next to him in the 122 with a brand new paint job. That's Brian Dickens. I should say same paint job, brand new number font. Row number 2, Glenn Sharp. He's in car number 99. Dean Reynolds next to him in the Super Dirt Car Series 79. Row number 3, Harold Klump in the 00. And next to him is Clay Christopherson in the 051. Final row tonight, Bob DeGood in the 7. Gavin Chatham set to start 8th. As he makes the call to grid, we are set to go for our first heat race of the night. Hey, want to give a big hello, by the way, Zach Chapman. Shaggy normally with us on Monday nights, but it's anniversary night for him and the wife, so that's a very valid reason to miss out. Zach, hope you are doing well. So the winner starts on pole for tonight's 30-lap Open 358 modified feature, and Open 358 action in the past. The racing has been insane. So it's Glenn Sharp and Brian Dickens set to bring us to green for our first heat race of the night. Green flag waves. Here we go.
Look at Dean pushing her 3 wide right off the bat. Oh, no!
Okay, we're having technical difficulties here at the moment. Bear with us. I don't know what is going on.
Oh, Dean Reynolds got kind of sent it 3 wide through 1 and 2. Kind of got loose out of the corner. Almost took out Brian Dickens, I believe it was. But they all gathered back together as Glenn Sharp is way out ahead of the pack, setting the pace and not looking back at all. Brian Dickens in 3rd place, looking at the back of Clay Christopherson for 2nd. Oh, catches it back in. Oh, he turns him.
Big crash in the back. You saw Harold Klump get a piece of it. And so this is all Glenn Sharp in this heat race with a 1-second lead on Dean Reynolds. Gavin Chatham, who started from the back, is closed in.
He's just lining Dean up for a slide job. When are you going to throw it?
We'll just have to see what happens. Luckily, everyone transfers into the show, so we've got 2 laps to go.
Oh, Dean found his groove now. He is coming up on Glenn Sharp quick.
Dino's got a chance at it last time by 1931 last lap. We're coming to the white flag. 1 lap remains. Remember, a pole position on the line here tonight. If you finish second, you start fourth. But Dean pushed up really bad, allows Sharp to get a great exit off at 2, allows Chatham to take a peek at the runner-up spot. Well, you know who's going to win this heat race? It's Glenn Sharp. Who comes home in the second position is the question. Give it to the 79, but it's Glenn Sharp, your Heat 1 winner. So now move on to heat race number 2, which is brought to you by Regency Home Inspection. And here's the starting lineup. Jake Henry starts on pole position. He's in the number 171. To his outside, it's the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Great to see him back with us in car number 32. Row number 2, Michael Vitale. He's in the 213, and it's Dylan Kinsey next to him in the 639. Row number 3 is Slide Job, Isaac Salas in the 5, and Canada Connor Ross, the 35. Rounding out the grid here tonight, the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer in the 83. He's got that Tim Sears Jr. paint job promoting Summerfast. Well, BD, best of luck here in this heat race. We'll see if you make a nice charge up to the field.
Thank you, Marty.
So the Steve King Foundation pace car is in. Hey, speaking of the Steve King Foundation, some of our friends that were at Knoxville last week donated over $3,500 to Danette and the Steve King Foundation. Going to pull up the number here, or pull up who was there in just a matter of moments. Had a few people there, I think 5 or so. But we're set to go green heat race number 2, underway at the port. Oh, look at Isaac Salas. Yeets Vitale up the hill, trying to go 2 for 1 and waste no time. You know Salas is angry after trying to play the game, and Salas only messed up himself. Jake Henry. Oh, look, Al Kinsey tattoos the wall hard. Connor Ross also collected. That was very violent. We got a race for the lead, though, regardless. Jake Henry and Anthony Morano, they're door-to-door in turns number 3 and 4. Henry with the preferred line. Let's see who leads at the end. It is the Ant-Man with the slight advantage by a couple hundreds. Both of them nearly pushing up with Morano riding the cushion. The snake downstairs against the Ant-Man with Slide Job towing in third. Henry doesn't go for the slide job. But remember, Salas, quickest car on the track. 1942 last time by. He follows Morano, the 32, able to clear the 171 for right now. Salas again, still quicker. High, wide, and handsome off at 2. Morano able to clear Jake Henry. Let's see if the 171 slots in that line. No, he keeps down the middle groove, but he opens the door for Salas. Barely leaves a lane open. That's tight. 2 laps to go in Heat 2. This is all just allowing Morano to pull away. But can Salas go from 5th to 1st at the end, right there on the bumper of the 32. Underneath for the race lead, a netcode slide job by Salas. Morano with the crisscross. 1 lap remains in Heat 2. Winner starts on the front row. Morano puts it in with a slide job. Salas in the wall for just a moment. Salas, good run off for turn 2. He'll get 1 last shot in 3 and 4. Salas sends it deep, puts it deep. Is he going to get the win? Leaves Morano the lane. Side by side off the corner. Morano powers through with a banking to win Heat 2. Whew, that was fun. Henry 3rd, Vitale 4th, Dittmer 5th, Ross 6th, and Kinsey 6th. Once this heat ends, we'll pop up the replay. Once it moves from Heat 2 to Heat Race number 3. And I'm going to see if we can rewind it here. It was after lap number 1 here, so bear with us. Our iRacing's kind of been a little bit weird on us lately, so. All right, I don't think we'll be able to show it to you, unfortunately. We got to move on here with the show, as they say. Oh, wait. I think we got something now. Let's see here. They're rolling. Yeah, we won't have time to do it. We're going to Heat 3. Heat 3 brought to you by Maurer Farm Management, Trent Verstraeten, Sam Bachman, row number 1. Bud Molyneux and Scott Rayom, row 2. Brandon Templeton, Jeff Barker, row 3. Logan Wentz rounds out the field, starting in 7th. Winner starts on the inside of row number 2. This is the final heat race for the Open 358s tonight. Barney's got the green flag in hand. Here we go. Great start from Verstraeten, Brandon Templeton, and Mama's Basement for the second position. Rayom and Molyneux touch around and upside down is the 883. Big rep, Brandon.
Very, very big as we're going to have a battle for the lead here. Almost a three-way battle as Sam Bachman almost has contact with Templeton. And they're both going to pull away from Templeton. They're just going to have a race there.
Molyneux puts her on pit road, and we stay under the green flag. It's Venom full throttle against the Hammer Down Racing number 31. 3 cars under a blanket for the runner-up spot. Second and third just following until now. B-Tep loving the bottom. May go 2 for 1, but Rayom in the number 4, the quickest car on the racetrack.
Bachman had a huge bobble there, slammed the wall, allowed Templeton to get inside him as he does it again. Templeton for second.
Bachman trying to crisscross. Got to be very careful about kissing these walls, especially here at Port Royal. You never know what happens. Great racing for the second position. They nearly bang Nerf bars into turn 3. And here comes Logan Wentz.
And Logan Wentz just snuck up on him. It's like, I'm here, boys. I want to fight for this, too.
Bachman for the runner-up spot with a slider of his own. He's got it. B-Tep on the counter. Can he go for that second spot once more? He can. Now Rayom, Wentz, the full throttle teammates. Battle for the 4th position on track. And Trent Verstraeten has no idea what he's missing with 1 to go, Brandon.
And Scott Rayom and Logan Wentz kind of made a little bit of contact out of that corner, but they all made it through as Logan Wentz is into the wall after Rayom puts another slider on.
Oh, Rayom and Wentz touch once again.
Oh, we got a pass for second.
Bachman, can he get it on B-Tep?
Oh.
Not just that. Off the corner, meanwhile, Trent Verstraeten wins Heat 3. So we'll take our first break of the night here with warm-ups. We'll step aside. Stay with us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
I'll be right back.
Raceway. They're lean. They're mean. They're 700 horses of man and machine.
You're watching the Coast to Coast Racing League Open 358 Dirt Modifieds on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, presented by Regency Home Inspections. Now let's go racing.
That's getting us set to go for action here tonight. Our good friends, apologies, I was drawing a blank. That was Brian Lawson getting us set to go here. Want to say, let's check in on the chat. Let us know who you are rooting for here this evening. Jason Butterfield watching, rooting for Venom Racing, as well as Isaac Salas and Trent Verstraeten. Right now it's Isaac Salas, the quickest in warm-ups, 15.327. Is he the man to beat right now?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
Right now, Isaac is the quickest, followed by Molyneux and Kinsey. What's it going to take for him to get this done?
Isaac's going to be very tough to beat. You saw him running up there on that high side during that heat. He just ran by everybody. And to really win here, you really got to be able to master that top side. If you're going to go up there, you're more than likely going to hit the wall once or twice. But it's truly comes down to can you just keep your level-headed and just know you have a bunch of faster cars coming up behind you? Can you hold them off?
Well, let's see what happens. Field is set to go. Let's meet the field for your 30-lap feature. Starting lineup brought to you by RSN Trackside. Glenn Sharp on pole position. He's in the 99. Next to him, the Ant-Man Anthony Morano in the 32. Row number 2, Trent Verstraeten in the 088, and Dean Reynolds. Dino's is in the 79. Row 3, Slide Job, Isaac Salas in the 5, and B-Temp, Brandon Templeton in the 31. Row 4, it's Gavin Chatham. He's in the 99, and Jake Hendry next to him in the 171. Rounding out the top 10, Sam Bachman in the 107, and Brian Dickens in the 122. Row 6, Michael Vitale in the 213, and Scott Rayom in the 444. Row 7, Bob DeGood in the 7, and the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer in the 83. Row 8, Logan Wentz in the 118, and Craig Bristol in the 39. Rest of the field tonight, you've got Connor Ross, Jeff Barker, row 10, Clay Christopherson, Dylan Kinsey, row 11, Bud Molyneux, and Harold Klump rounding out the field. Picks to win real quick before we go green. Who you got, Brandon?
Oh, give me Dino.
You go with Dino? Left the door wide open for me. Give me Isaac tonight, so.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go for him.
Yeah, so. Alrighty, man. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Brandon will get himself all deafened up. There we go. Then we will go racing. Moments away for the Flatline Racing green flag. Again, I know you're able to see the stream, but we've been having some technical difficulties tonight, dealing with some frame loss. It's an on and off thing, so. But hey, as long as we're streaming and you can see us, that's a good thing. If it gets too blurry or so, just let us know. Steve King Foundation pace car is on pit road. Glenn Sharp, Anthony Morano, set to bring us the green flag for the first feature of the night. We're at the port, the Speed Palace, whatever you want to call it. Port Royal, it's time to get it on. Couple cars sideways. Everybody keeps it straight for now. Trent Verstraeten sends it, looking to go from third to first on the opening lap. Glenn Sharp doesn't want to let him do it that easily, though. However, it's the 88 that leads the opening lap. Yellow lights are on for the first time tonight. We've got a spin off of turn 4. That is Canada Connor Ross, the 35. Take a look at the replay, show you what happened. Connor looking low on Bob DeGood. Ooh, there's some neck code between him and the 7. The first occasion. Second one, we'll have to check on the onboard with Canada Connor. First one wasn't. Second one, I can't tell either. So. First yellow flies on lap number 2. Patrick is wondering if Dittmer is going to visit the house outside of turn 1 tonight. I'll ask him during the break, Patrick, because he's deafened right now. So go green, have our first double file restart of the night. Trentford straight in. Glenn Sharp, row number 1. Dean Reynolds, Anthony Morano, row 2. Isaac Salas, Gavin Chatham, row 3. Brandon Templeton, Sam Bachman, row 4. Jake Henry, Brian Dickens round out the top 10. So here we come for the restart. For straighten on the bottom, the control car, the right to fire first. When? Now.
Green flag, green flag.
The outside row, a really bad restart. Anthony Morano, though, moving up to third, underneath for second on the 99. 4 wide off of turn number 2. Very tight drama racing. Isaac Salas looking to go 2 for 1. Bally Morano for the second position. That's an ally, keep that in mind. Dino for the bottom step of the podium. Can he get P3 on the track? We'll just have to see. It's a 3-car battle for that runner-up spot. Morano, Reynolds, and Salas all hanging out up high. Brandon Templeton, Gavin Chatham race. Oh, big crash behind them. One driver in the air. That was Jeff Barker on his lead. Bud Molyneux, Craig Bristol, Brandon Dittmer also involved. Wild one in turn number 3. A look at what happened. Ooh, Jake Henry with contact, stacks up the back of the field. Craig Bristol in the air. Look at Jeff Barker take the ride. Remember, very easy turns 3 and 4. Go over that wall in an automatic tow to the pits. Barker nearly got himself that right there. You can see it actually go through the car.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, I think we're good. We were having a little bit of a glitch with SDK, but doesn't seem like it came out to the output. Oh, it did actually. All right. Well, we apologize for that, but I think all is good now. Let's make sure here. Toxic Check Texan checking in. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And hello to Megan checking in. Megan is just Brandon and I tonight. Zach's on an anniversary date, so we all know who Megan's rooting for. Dino. All right, set to go back to the green this time by Murano River straight in row 1. Salas and Reynolds, row 2. Chatham and B-Temp, row 3. Rayome and Bachman, row number 4. And Vitali Dickens round out the top 10. We're going to watch this from our Chapman Racing drone as we come back to green. 7 laps up on the board this time by. First straight and caught sleeping really badly. So that allows Salas to move up to second. But Salas may want more. He's side by side for the lead. Backs out of it. First straight and meanwhile kisses the wall. 3 by 3 for the second position. It's bumper cars into the corner. Everybody keeping them straight. Salas, Reynolds, Chatham were Nerf bar riding, that's for sure. The two buddies, two of the Booth boys going at it. Dino's still looking for that race lead, trying to make it a full throttle. Oh, trouble in the back. Everybody saves it. One was Christofferson, the other one was Glenn Sharp. Remember, started from pole position here tonight. Look at the bumper of Anthony Morano, how that's filled with Isaac Salas. Dino pushing up. Trying to get as much high side momentum as he can. Oh my! Michael Vitali with a big crash. Caution flag is out once again. How he did not get an automatic tow, I have no idea. Came up into Logan once. Up on 2 wheels. Yeah, I don't know how. But I know DeZeus, the push truck dog, had a great feel of that one. Door slamming with Logan Wentz right there. Looked like he was doing a trick in the Olympics, but Vitali, unfortunately, the Olympic cauldron has extinguished, and that won't count for any points or a medal. Yeah, the only time I believe we still give away medals for driver of the week. All right, we'll try this once again. Single file restarts rest of the race. 10 laps are complete. 20 laps remain. Here at Port Royal, Anthony Morano continues to lead. We're back to green.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, Isaac Salas caught the wall really good. Stacks up 4th on back. Everybody making contact, and the pace bad dividends for Scott Rayome with a massive sledgehammer shot. More drivers also involved. Scott Rayome, last week's winner, is probably going to take his frustrations out on a beer tonight and maybe tomorrow at Summerfest. There's the big stack of Bachman comes up in Rayome. What an impact. The one takes them. Bachman gets the, I think that is the 00 of Klump. Look at this, the 4-car minding his own business. Sees what's going on, but doesn't see Bachman coming up. And man, oh man, you could feel that one at home. Let's go on board with Glenn Sharp. Now watch Harold Klump in front of him. It's the big stack up on the bottom that he never expected. And drivers are just simply coming in with ARCA brakes. Let's get a good shot from Sam Bachman. So there's the contact. The steering arm broken on the right front. So he's trying to get that thing into pit road, but just nobody realizes it. Alrighty, here we come. For next restart of the night. "11 laps complete. Let's get a log run in, please.
Flag, green flag.
Reynolds looks low. Salas keeps it on the top side. First driver that peeks underneath is Brandon Templeton. Has been known to do that in the past. Here we go. 3 wide for the lead again. Reynolds trying to get that, hang on to that second spot, but Salas takes it at the line. Now does Salas go for the slide job? Yes, he does. Has to let off just a bit to not hit the 32. And Dino says, have at it, sport. And Dino with the slider back at the 5. Crisscross again by the 2 Booth boys. Dino in the wall. That helps Salas clear easily. 79 with a big exit off of turn 2. Here comes Trent Verstraeten to make it a 3-man horse race for the second spot. Dino opens up the door for Verstraeten, who's got a lot of bite off the corner 3 wide. This is phenomenal racing here at Port Royal. And Anthony Morano doesn't even know what the heck's going on. Brian Dickens crashes, caution flag waves. And Michael Vitale also involved in the 213. Connor caught him. And man, Vitale darts up with the right front. And a wheel is knocked loose off of both the 122 and 213. On board Vitale. Pink car in front is Dickens. Just clipped him. And nearly went on his noggin. Obviously, there's that saying that when you're under caution and you're coasting, you're not really saving fuel. Or, well, iRacing doesn't use any of your fuel under yellow. But I'm kind of wondering at the same time with, you know, all these laps, are some tiny amounts being taken off where it could affect some drivers' fuel tanks at the end of the race. So again, past the halfway mark in this feature. We haven't looked at the 5-lap average yet tonight, so let's pull that up. Show you where your favorite driver, who's the quicker one. You'd have to give it to the 5 of Salas easily, but it's way too close to call amongst probably the top 4 drivers here at home. 15 down, 15 to go. Morano's been dominant tonight. But now it's Salas in second. Could that change things? Dino, though, underneath of the 5 for the 2 spot. You can go side by side. You just can't make the pass in front of the line, or else iRacing will black flag you for that. Brandon Templeton also looking for 4th on Verstraeten, the 2 lookalikes. Morano showing some netcode issues. Salas edges out Dino for a second. Look how close the 2 are racing against each other. And now here comes the 88 of Verstraeten. Trying to make this Venom 2-3. Watch out, though, for B-Temp on the baby bottom. Oh, my, it's tight for 3rd. And Verstraeten, I think, had 3rd of the line. I'm not too sure, though. Oh, look out! What a save, Verstraeten! Somehow we stay green. But Verstraeten falls all the way down into the 15th position. And Verstraeten letting some drivers go. He may be calling it a night tonight. And, the caution waves. Damn it, iRacing, he was letting them go. He knew something was off on that 88. And yes, everyone is thinking what I was thinking. Here's a look at what led to the end of a chances at a great run for Verstraeten. Oh, it was a stack up with Morano. The leader caught the wall. And nobody saw that coming. Turns 1 and 2 on that high side. Treacherous here at Port Royal. Unfortunate issue there, and yes, I am ready for some sprint cars here. I had a chat a couple weeks ago with one of our CRSA drivers, Bobby Perro, during intermission one night. I was going one way, he was going the other way. I think he was going to the stands, I was going back to the pits. Now, all you guys know I love my modifieds, I really do. Bobby Perro called these sleds. Not kidding. So, but he still likes them. It's all good. All in good fun. Alrighty, a 10-lap shootout. When we come back to green, Anthony Morano had a close call there on that last restart. You see a little bit of damage on the bumper bar there, as well as the right front rail, the right front A panel, or A pillar, whatever you call it. Check that. It's 11 to go when we come back to green. Morano decides, you know what, let's play it safe. Go on the middle groove of the racetrack. Salas looked underneath. Great exit for the 32. Reynolds peeked on the back of the 5. Didn't work. And how about Logan Wentz from 15th up to 4th tonight? He's a big mover. Dylan Kinsey's a big mover, up 20th to 7th. So full throttle drivers are rocking. Bud Molyneux from 21st up to 12th. Isaac Salas for the lead. Slide job. Salas. Morano counters it back. And here we go, folks. This is what we expected with 9 to go. Salas nearly up in the wall. But the more risk you take, the better finish you could possibly have. Here comes Dino. 3 wide for the lead again. And Dean Reynolds is crowding the 5, allowing Morano to step away from this. Salas up on the wall. Reynolds trying to clear for second. Oh, we got a crash. Craig Bristol, Jake Henry. Ryan Dickens also collected. Scott Rayome, Jeff Barker here and also involved. No right front on the 171. Ooh, caught the back of Kinsey and around he went. And if you were on the high side, you were guaranteed involved. Couple of drivers we'll ride with. Let's go with the snake, Jake Henry. How about Scott Rayome in the 4? So 7 to go when we come back to green. This could get dicey. 1-3-4 Full Throttle Motorsports. Venom in second, Hammer down in fifth. The best race cars are in second and fourth now. Solace and Wentz. Back up through the horsepower they go. 7 laps remain. Solace in the wall, rode it for a moment. Back on the throttle as hard as possible. Oh, B-Tep with issues. The man that was running fifth. And we go back to yellow. We take a lap off. What in the world happened? He was having such a good day going. I think his controller broke. His wheel broke, controller died. Let's ride on board. Very strange. Went into turn, he had nothing. Wow. Let's do an aerial shot. I want to see if I know there was no contact with the front. Yeah. Chatham caught the back of him. Now, in real life, normally that's like a suspension on the rear end or a shock. That was very strange. That had to have been a technical difficulty on his end. Oh, Patrick. Oh, Patrick. Isaac is Austin Dillon. Morano is Logano. Oh, boy. Well, that's good. As long as Isaac doesn't make a chicken you-know-what move. Or if Dean's like Tyler Reddick, but only thing is he doesn't really... Well, never mind. I'll move on from that. If you listen to SiriusXM or saw my tweet on X today, you would know. All right, we'll try it again with 6 remaining. Up down the biggest movers. Wentz up 11 in 4th. Kinsey and Molyneux up 14 in 6th. Highest position matters. That goes to Kinsey. Here we come back to the green.
Green, green, green.
Great restarts from both the top two. Logan Wentz looking for a podium spot on Dean Reynolds. Side by side off the corner. Dino prevails. Salas with a mega slide job for the race lead. He's got it for now. Morano counters it back. 5 laps remain at the port. How bad do you want it? Can you place your car in the right place at the right time? Remember, Salas is in the hunt for a championship. He's in 2nd. Sam Bachman is 8th, so the gap would extend. Going into the penultimate light. Another mega send from Isaac Salas. He takes it. Morano tries to counter it back. Doesn't work. Salas with a lead off for 2. Molyneux's loose. He finds a way to save it. Salas now trying to play defense. The 2 touch in turn 4. And they rub. Here comes Dino. 3 to go. We've seen that slide job coming without question. Dino's loving this battle for the lead. He's home in the top 2 wreck. Morano with another slide job. Gives Salas the lane. Isaac Salas for the lead with 2 to go. No, way too close to call. But the 2 bump once again. Salas up on the wall once more. But a great exit for the 5. Isaac Salas back out in front. Has the door open. Morano with another slide job. The 2 come to blows. They touch. Salas through to the lead. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Morano up on the wall. Isaac Salas has the afterburners turned on. And out in front, it's the driver of the Venom Racing, number 5, Full Throttle Motorsports, battles for 2nd. Off the corner, Isaac Salas, another win. Checkered flag at Port Royal. Morano 2nd, Dean Reynolds 3rd, Logan Wentz 4th, Gavin Chatham rounds out the top 5. Now that, my friends, is how you win a race. Oh my goodness, give it up for the 358s tonight. Fifth win in 9 races for Slide Job in Open 358 action. And he knows where to go to get to victory lane, that's for sure. So there you see your top 10. Biggest mover, by the way, tonight is Clay Christopherson of all drivers. Didn't see that one coming. Up 12 spots in the end to finish in the 7th position. Dylan Kinsey went down to 11th at the end, so a tough break for him there. Logan Wentz up 11 positions tonight, too. We look at 11th through 20th. Good charging, good rebounds to the field from Harold Klump after being involved in an accident. Of course, heartbreaks from both Brandon Templeton and Trent Verstraeten. Now, from what I am being told here, J.J. Odell says Gavin knocked his USB out of socket. So the bump affected his force feedback and messed up Templeton's USB. Okay, then. Nevertheless, I think we are good to go with our top 3. And we're going to begin with the driver of the 79, Dean Reynolds. Dean, you weren't supposed to be here tonight, and in the end, you put it in 3rd. How about that for a run?
Oh, it was fun. I think I had a car to win. The driver made a few mistakes. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather be at Brewerton right now for the Super Dirt Car Series, but you know, we had some showers come through that extended the rain they got over the weekend from Debbie, and we just couldn't get the track ready. So I said, you know what, I'm going to come home, log in, and I've had some good luck with Port Royal the last couple of runs with sprint cars, and I said, let's give her a whirl with the 358s.
How much fun was this race tonight? There was a lot of good racing up front.
Oh, it was really a lot of fun. I mean, we were throwing bombs at each other and everything, and I don't think we even touched once. I actually got on the iRacing chat and I said to Isaac, I go, well, we could at least put a sheet of paper between us, so we were fine. But it was good. And then at the end there, I actually stayed at like a car length and a half behind them because I was waiting for them to get together. And if they did, I was going to stay enough behind them so I can make a move to get under both of them. But they almost did. Anthony got in the wall a little bit there, but it wasn't enough. So congrats to those two. I think either one of us three had a car to win, and that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I'll tell you, Port Royal is really becoming one of my favorite tracks.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Well, I got to thank the guys from Full Throttle Motorsports. I got to thank, Dylan Dewart, DJ Sim Shop. This is the first time I've actually not run the base set from Swanee. They built a Port Royal set, which, by the way, was off the base set. It just had a couple tweaks, and I felt comfortable in it. And DJ and the guys tweaked it and said, hey, Dean, try this. And so I ran that. So I got to thank all those guys for giving me that. So that was a lot of fun. I got to thank you, Marty, for doing the telecast as always. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to get to watch it. Always got to say thanks to the guys from Team Venom for, I plucked in their Discord for a long time, and always fun and good to see Super Dirt Car Series cars up 1, 2, 3. So I got to thank them as well. Got to say congratulations to BD, Mr. Dittmer, on your third place at Slideways. That was pretty freaking cool. So congratulations, my friend, and good to hang out with you. And just got to thank all the sponsors. What's Brian Lawson's Regency Home Improvement? Got to thank for them. Yep, thank them for stepping up, or else we wouldn't be here to have you telecast it. And just congratulations to Isaac and Anthony, and we'll sit back, watch the Rebels, and then we'll get into Renegades and see what we can do.
Alrighty, we'll let you go. Great job tonight. If I don't talk to you the rest of the night, I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Sounds good, Marty. Yeah, we got good weather for tomorrow, so it should be fun.
Perfect. Dean Reynolds finishing third tonight. Let's go to Anthony Morano, who finished second. Anthony, that was got to be a tough pill to swallow. What more did you need at the end for Isaac?
Well, I could have shut the door on him coming out of 4 there, that coming to the white flag, but I thought it'd be a little too close, and I don't want to pinch anybody and cause a wreck, so we'll take it. Led almost every lap, but what are you going to do? We'll move on and try again next week. It's a good race. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely it was. I got to give it up for the way you two raced. It was very aggressive. There was some contact at times, but you guys kept it straight. That was well done.
Yeah, Isaac and I have actually talked about that a few times. Yeah, we're good with us bouncing off each other here and there, as long as it's not a dirty bounce here and there. So we usually keep it that way. I mean, we haven't had that many incidents in between us over the years, so that's how. We've talked about how we race each other, and we enjoy it, and that's why we're just gonna keep doing it. It's a lot of fun.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
I gotta thank my wife Sherry, the boys at FTM, Dean with Super Dirt Car, Logan at High Mom Lens, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop, Expert Installation, DJ Sim Shop, MDI TV, Marty, you for doing the broadcast, and everyone at Coast to Coast.
Alrighty, man. We'll let you go. Great job tonight, and hopefully we'll see you in the Rebels. If not, best of luck later this week.
Thanks, Marty.
Anthony Morano, your runner-up finisher. Now we go to Victory Lane. Your race winner tonight, Isaac Salas. How did you do it at the end, my friend?
Dude, that one was gnarly. That was a pretty crazy slide job battle, and he left me the slightest lane coming out of 3 and 4, and honestly, it probably should have worked, because I feel like I definitely should have lost, or I should have washed out there coming out of 4, man. But it stuck, and I bet it made it for pretty entertaining racing there.
Absolutely did. Were you being patient as well at the same time, from the cautions we had to the time you got up to second?
Yeah, until second, basically. It was basically being patient for a little bit there, and then once it was both Dean and Morano, they kind of had me both in a sandwich, and then we'd swap, and and just keep swapping. And then I was trying to really kind of dig for that lead, because I knew that if I could get up there, I could control the starts and control a little bit better. I knew I was a lot better in like the entry of 1, so I kind of wanted to, just have that little bit of comfort, but it just never got there. So it was all right though. It was a lot of fun.
Who do you want to give shout outs to on the run tonight?
Yeah, big shout out to Venom Racing, Dean, the Super Dirt Car Series. It's like I said, it's always fun to race with them. Good job to the FTM guys tonight. It was pretty awesome to watch all them slowly get up towards the front. Magnum Race Designs, Tommy Gun Customs, Arson Trackside with you, sir. Mission 22, I'm repping the shirt tonight. Top Notch Trucking with my Gramps. Thank you guys for the broadcast. It's excited to go back and watch this one for sure. Yeah, other than that, like, thanks to my friends, my family for watching. Thanks to Kelser for watching, even though she's at work. And yeah, other than that, it was a fun race, and good job to Mr. Morano and Dean.
Well, great job tonight. Well done. And best of luck in Rebels, man. We'll see what you can do there.
Awesome. Appreciate you, brother.
Isaac Salas takes the win tonight in Open 358 competition. We'll step aside, take our first break of the night. When we come back, we are ready to roll with our good old Rebels division. Stay with us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion, trying to be a bit of a hiatus. So let's get.
Tonight we'll be talking about it.
These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in an on-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive. So having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday, I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at.
Steve's death is a life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
Racetracks and sunsets here at Port Royal. It doesn't look anything, though, like Knoxville, obviously. Welcome back, everyone, to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Rebels getting set to go. What a car count we've got coming up here. 27 Rebels with us. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. So, hey, speaking of Steve King Foundation, I brought this up a little bit earlier, but I forgot to tell you who the drivers were. And I almost lost it once again on Facebook. But the people that we had there, in no particular order, presenting the check to Danette, Brandon Dittmer, you obviously, Blake Chapman, Steve Maurer, and Steve Bixler, presenting checks to the Steve King Foundation. And also helping us out, Bob Baker in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum, and Kevin Swindell and Victory Fuel. For our Knoxville Nationals charity we did. How about that? That's pretty cool.
That's absolutely awesome. I was talking to Bixler before they had headed back Saturday night, and he's like, yeah, we managed to get over and see Kevin Swindell and got to tell him about everything we're doing. I'm just like, that is freaking awesome. Who would have thought you'd be able to talk to that man and just... He seems like a really great dude.
Absolutely.
I've never met him before, but Bixler says he's awesome.
And he's got some good victory fuel, that's for sure. So, all right, here we go.
Can't wait to get my case.
Yes. I haven't gotten my case yet. I don't know. Qualifying underway. And we'll focus on Corey Denson, the number 91. Ooh, really sideways there off of turn number 4 as he takes the green for his first lap. Again, 2 minutes to set your best time. We will have 4 heats for you this evening. With over 24 drivers making up the field here tonight. Lap 1 time is a 18:06 for Corey Denson. Chris Schaefer, your quickest. 1787, 100 grand, Joseph Grandy, and a 1756. Preston Cranmer second quick, Anthony Morano second quick. Will somebody pop up in the purple here on lap number 2? Right now it's all 100 grand at the moment. His second lap time off by 300. Let's go to Gavin Chatham on the number 99. 1758 on lap number 2. As he comes to the checkers, is he better? Purple in sector 2. Quick time! 17. Chad Greggs answered it back. 17,474 by 9 thousandths of a second. Damn it, do I love time trials. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. That's an exclamation point on qualifying, man. That was cool. So based off of this, J.J. Odell, Chris Schaefer, Tyler Flynn, Kyle Fahey would be the pole sitters for each of the heat races. So our first heat race set to go as always, brought to you by Gambler Motorsports. Here's the lineup. The jet plane, J.J. Odell on pole position, the 38. Next to him, it's Dino. Dean Reynolds in the 747. Row number 2, Gary Offutt in the 94 and Chad Griggs in the 270. Row 3, it's Rick Mayne in the 187. Greg Parmalee next to him in car number 4. Rounding out the grid, he is returning with us. That is Cale Nisley. I believe I've got that pronunciation correct. In car number 23. Just a quick look at the points here coming on in with the drops. Chad Griggs, a 68-point advantage on Gavin Chatham as we get set to go here for action.
Now, Griggs has been dominating this year and just running away with those points.
Absolutely. First, though, if he wants a really good chance that he's got to make the show. Top 4 transfer. Winner on pole. J.J. Odell, Roger Craig. The first heat of the night. For the front row for the first heat of the night, I should say. We're ready for the green. Here we go. The Bassman had a left. Drove over getting a black flag for being past J.J. Odell when they took the green flag. Little contact mid-pack between Rick Mayne and Gary Offutt. The field all spread out. J.J. Odell leads the troops, though, out in front. The jet plane leads the opening lap. Battle for the final transfer spot. Chad Griggs wants a piece at Rick Mayne, Brandon.
Chad Griggs was thinking about throwing a slider, but he really pulled off there at the end. Let him go right on back by. He's going to dive on in there once again, but he won't go up.
And they could split Greg Parmalee possibly. Rick Mayne got troubled up from it, and Parmalee has a steering rod broken. Left front. It's gone off the number 4. Hello, B Main.
That is unfortunate. These front ends have felt very, very fragile as of late, and that's just something
Rick
that
Mayne in the
iRacing might
wall.
need to tweak with. This heat goes into the wall hard.
Great job from him to save it, but Gary Offutt now closes in for the final transfer spot. Chad Griggs is a man on a mission. Once he got past Greg Parmalee, he was trying to make his way up towards J.J. Odell, but the jet plane very quick. 17:77 last time by. How the lap times look this time. 17:4 for the current points leader. A half second better than Odell, Brandon.
Yeah, he's trying to run him down, and he's getting it slowly and slowly as Rick Mayne kind of comes up on Roger Craig. Almost hits him in the back going down the backstretch. He had to let off, and he's right back on his tail going into 1.
This is the battle for the 3rd position. Now will Gary Offutt able to close in on both of them possibly and steal a spot in the show. Here comes
Chad
Griggs
Griggs
for the
underneath
race
for the lead.
He's got a lot of time. 2 to go. Rick Mayne in the wall once again. That exact same spot, Brandon. And Griggs has taken her to the point. We missed it, of course, as we were focused on Rick Mayne.
He's all the way down there ripping that bottom. I think people are going to take notice of that, and they're going to go out and gear for it and try it out as somebody comes out in front of the leaders.
Quick look at the pass for the lead from Chad Griggs. Sent it in with the slider, made it look easy. Meanwhile, checkers wave here for heat race number 1. Winning and starting on the pole is Chad Griggs. That was Cale Nisley who came out in front. He had an issue at the start of the race. Put her on pit lane, waited for a few minutes, then came out. It was a 41-second stop. I honestly don't know why you'd be doing that.
Yeah, coming out, especially right in front of the leaders, and your laps down in a heat race just ain't the best idea. And we got to make sure we're doing better about that.
Absolutely. Heat 2 brought to you by Regency Home Inspection. Chris Schaefer on the pole position, the 123. Next to him, Jonathan Dolly in the 74. Row number 2, the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano in the 32. Gavin Chatham next to him in the 99. Row 3, the General, Andy Patton in the 87. Next to him, Michael Junk. I believe he is returning. I don't believe this is his debut. He's in the number 27. Rounding out the grid tonight, it's Steve Maurer in the 88. I actually recognize that car. That was from the Knoxville Nationals, I believe.
Yeah, I was gonna say I recognize that name.
Just a quick update after the modified feature for Isaac Salas, 53-point lead with 2 races left to go in the season.
Oh, did you say 2 races?
After tonight.
Man, I'm gonna miss the finale.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be on a cruise.
Cruising?
Yep.
Where are we partying?
Alaska.
You gotta deal with more night hours or chillier weather, I see.
Oh, it's gonna be so cold.
Yeah. Get the winter jacket in the month of September, whenever it is. All right, green flag is out for Heat 2. Great start for Chris Schaefer off the corner. Morano and Dolly do get it for the second position. Final driver in is Gavin Chatham. First driver rip at the top is Chris Schaefer. In fact, only driver rip at the top. Didn't work though that time. Anthony Morano leads lap 1, Brandon.
Yeah, Morano got all the way down there in the tackiness and took off coming to 4. Schaefer's a little better in 1 and 2 as Morano kind of is missing that bottom, but Morano is better at the bottom of
the low groove looks to be the place to be as Brandon, I think you're breaking up on me real quick. Gavin Chatham peeks at John Dolly for the 3rd spot. The 2 nearly touch off the corner. Dolly slammed the door right for the 99. Chatham just have to be very patient. Trying to get on the gas instantly or else he would have taken out the number 74. Dolly opens up the door for Chatham to take away 3rd. And can he make it stick off the corner? He's got him cleared. Next target, Brandon, Chris Schaefer, and Chatham makes that look easy.
He just blew by him, and he's doing it very, very smoothly as he jumps right back to the top there, hoping to catch the cushion and run away as Schaefer and I forgot his name already. I feel bad. Dolly continue to fight.
17:61 last lap. That's the quickest lap anyone has run in this heat race. Remember, he was 2nd quickest in qualifying. 3 laps to go. That time he cut down 2/10 on the Ant-Man. And here comes Schaefer trying to reel the field back in.
Yeah, Schaefer's got over there on the cushion, and he is just running it wide open up there, and he is making it work. If he can keep it smooth, he might have a shot at this top 2.
Dolly extremely sideways off of turn 4. He finds a way to save it. Big burst of speed for the 123 off of 2. Watch this closely. A 3-man battle for the Heat 2 win. Morano, Chatham, or Chris Schaefer. White flag is out on the last lap. Chatham fakes high. He goes low. Looking for the lead off of the Ant-Man off for 2. Looking for bite. That didn't really work that time. Will he have one last shot in 3 and 4? No, he will not. Anthony Morano off the corner. Takes the win, and he raced number 2. Yes, he does. Thought for a moment he ran out of fuel. I don't know why. Chatham 2nd, Schaefer 3rd, Dolly 4th, Junk 5th, and Patton 6th. Maurer does not take the green flag. We now move on to heat race number 3, which is brought to you by Maurer Farm Management. It's Tyler Flynn on the pole, the 831. Trent Verstraeten next to him in the 88. Row number 2, the Ayla Outlaw, Preston Cranmer in the 77. And the 100 grand, Joseph Grandy in the 518. Final row tonight, Canada Connor Ross, the 35. And Ronnie Brown in the 76 returns with us tonight. Hello to Kelsey checking in, rooting for Isaac this evening.
flag, green flag.
Green flag is out for heat race number 3. And what looked to be an odd what appeared to be an odd field because everyone's on the inside line except for one other driver. Have you ever seen that before, Brandon?
It looks like Tyler Flynn had an EOL, so that put him at the back, and whoever else is starting on the outside road is must have disconnected. So yeah, that's the weirdest looking start I've seen in a while.
It was
like an old
Ross
NASCAR style restart.
It was Connor Ross that no call to the grid. We were 3 wide for the lead for just a moment, and Trent Verstraeten makes his way through to the point. Joseph Grandy second, Preston Kramer third, Tyler Flynn holds the final transfer spot by about 0.6 of a second on Ronnie Brown. Now, all the drivers are pretty much spread out, not a lot of battles. Is this where, if you're a driver, taking an opportunity to get a feel for where your car can be better at whether it be the high side or the bottom?
Oh, contact up front.
Grandy with a great save.
Leader got into the wall, and Grandy had to take evasive maneuvers.
And he's got a chance to capitalize, but go ahead.
Yeah, if you're in third place, you know, you kind of see you're not exactly catching the leaders. This is a great time to check out the rest of the track, see how you feel elsewhere.
Verstraeten in the wall once again. 100 grand uses it to his advantage and puts her out to the point. Now Verstraeten tries to follow Grandy and get the slipstream off for turn number 4, but Grandy breaks the draft with 3 to go, Brandon.
Yeah, he's kind of taking that kind of shallow slider into 1 and 2, just making sure he does not get up onto that wall like he saw Verstraeten do a couple laps in a row, and he is really just making it work when he gets into the wall again.
Yeah, that's a bad impact that time for Verstraeten. Even with Verstraeten following Grandy, the 518, 1765 to a 17.8. That is big right there for Grandy. That time he kisses the wall, he takes the white flag, 1 to go. That's a 17.51, even while kissing it. Grandy is cooking.
He's feeling good right now. He's finally finding that groove. Hopefully he can keep this up for the main. Oh!
Trent Verstraeten spins after the checkers. Preston Kramer 3rd, Tyler Flynn 4th, Ronnie Brown 5th. That is how Heat 3 comes to an end. One more heat race tonight. It's heat race number 4. Here's how they line up. Kyle Fahey on the pole in car number 16. Slide job Isaac Salas. Next to him, he's in the 5. Row number 2 inside, and correct me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, I believe it's Tyler Luce. I've heard the phrase oos, like WWE. I believe it's loose in the Inferno Motorsports 3T. To his outside, Clay Christopherson in the 51. Final row tonight, it's Corey Denson in car number 91 and Cale Bixler in the 789. Who would you keep your eye on closely here outside of Isaac?
Look out. Kale's in here? Holy crap, it's been a minute since I've seen Kale.
He was here last week.
Yeah, when I'm gone. How ironic. But no, I'm going to watch out for Clay, man. He's been fast and a lot of things that he's been running lately, and I'm looking to see him get to the front early.
All right, set for the green for the final heat race of the night. Top 4 transfer the feature. Everyone else down to the B main. Green flag's out. And Fahey caught sleeping badly. Can Isaac Salas put it to his advantage and go to the point? Off at 2, the answer is yes. Fahey sends it though deep. Not a lot of yaw in turns 3 and 4 on the entry. Allows Christopherson to move up to second. He may lose another spot to the loose man, Tyler Luce. Up to third, may go for second. Had a crash, by the way, in the back of the field. Corey Denson and Cale Bixler. We stay green, though.
Yep, Clay moved to the bottom of 3 and 4, and he's going to try to look at a run on Isaac Salas. He got a great run there down the front stretch.
Both grooves right now coming in very handy at the moment. But since we're later on in the heats, this could give us a good idea that you may want to ride the top here during feature time. 1778 last time by for slide job. And while we don't, oh, hang on, challenge for third, Fahey and Luce. Does that say on Luce's front of the wing, does that say Lucy?
Yeah, it says Lucy.
Okay, I don't know if his last name is Luce or Lucy. I don't know. It's one or the other. We know that. So, all right. Well, we got not a lot of action going on here. Let's show you the start of this one. Cale Bixler, Corey Denson getting together. Ooh, Denson got sideways right in front of Cale. With a beautiful tumble flip. Unfortunately, gymnastics are over. The Olympics are over. Not my call. I wish we could keep going with the Olympics because they're the greatest 2 weeks in sports. Final lap is underway for Isaac Salas. In the Super Dirt Car Series number 5. I was so bummed, by the way, that, speaking of the Olympics, I wanted to see Canada take a win in beach volleyball. That would have been cool, but Brazil got on top at the end. Salas wins, Christopherson second, Luce third, Fahey fourth, Bixler fifth, and Denson sixth. Alrighty, it's B-main time. 2 drivers go home from this one. It is 10 laps long. Here's how the field lines up. Gary Offit on pole position, the 94, and Michael Junk next to him in the 27. Row 2, Ronnie Brown in the number 76. Cale Bixler next to him in the 789. Row number 3, Cale Nisley in the 23. And the general, Andy Patton in the 87. Row 4, Canada Connor Ross the 35, and Corey Denson next to him in the 91. Rounding out the top 10, it's Greg Parmalee in the 4 and Steve Maurer in the 888. No call from 3 guys to grid. Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
I think, yeah, Andy Patton, Steve Maurer, and Connor Ross are all disconnected. So unfortunately, this is going to be an exhibition here for these boys today. 10 extra free laps.
Oh, man, I got so excited for a moment.
I'm loving these car counts, though. Ever since we did that, ever since we did the Knoxville Nationals, everyone who came in to do the Knoxville Nationals has stayed for the league racing, and we have gotten so many more people, and I am so grateful for it.
Me too, absolutely. Alrighty.
Green, green, green.
10 laps, extra practice for the drivers. We're green. All right, predictions. I think I'm going to go with, oh, we got one already around. Cale Nisley finds a way to keep us straight. You know, I don't know who I think is going to take this one. Really tough to tell. I'd say probably Gary Offit here.
Gary Offit. I'm going to, oh,
Michael
there.
Junk has been blinking really badly.
That is really bad. Holy cow.
He's like a light going through a brownout at the moment.
He's been seeing Isaac blink the last couple weeks. He's just like, I'm gonna top that.
Yeah, probably. I can tell you, even while with the neck code, even with dealing with all the blinking going on, nice charge for second, and give it up for Cale Bixler, giving him some room here.
Ooh, oh, both of them kind of got loose there. Almost made a little bit of contact.
Yeah,
they're having a great race right there.
Yeah, they nearly got together there. As Michael Junk gets through. Take away second. I don't think, I think he may have upgraded his internet instantly from AOL to Spectrum or whatever he uses. Quickest car right now, Cale Nisley, 18:28. Nisley off of turn number 2, the caboose in 7th. Good battle for the third spot, rather. Bixler against Bowtie Ronnie Brown, and now that gap continues to increase. Bixler hanging on to that race car for right now, Brandon.
Yeah, he's still trying to make that bottom work. It's unfortunately just slowly going away. He's about to lose third place for it too. I was like I said, this is an exhibition. They have free reign to try whatever they want, and they're not really going to overly get punished for just a little bit, a couple starting spots in the A main. But you're still just starting that much further back, especially if you got a good car for that feature. It's going to make it nice and tough.
They're wing to wing for just a moment now. Bixler still with some great defense on Bowtie Brown. Decides to put it up the hill to see if he gets some banking, but just gets really sideways and kisses the wall. Also have the 4 of Parmalee, the 91 of Denson battling for 5th. Parmalee sideways as well. 2 to go in the B main. Right now, though, still Gary Offutt out in front. 1.3 seconds the gap on Michael Junk. Here we go. Brown, big chance at taking third here. Cale Bixler got the wall very sideways, very tight. The 2 come to blows, and around goes Cale. Meanwhile, to the checkered flag, Gary Offutt takes the win. Michael Junk second, Corey Denson is third, Greg Parmalee 4th, Ronnie Brown 5th, Cale Nisley 6th, and Cale Bixler 7th. So the Cales go to the back. Alrighty, warm-up time. We'll step aside and go to break. When we come back, feature time. Stay with us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. They're lean, they're mean, they're 700 horses of men. They're 4 wide.
You're watching the Coast to Coast Racing League Rebels Division on the Coast to Coast Racing League Network, presented by Malcolm's Mills Millwrighting.
Warm-ups continue here right now. Joseph Grandy, your quickest at a 17.85. He looks like he could be the man to beat tonight here, Brandon.
Sorry, come again? I was distracted.
Joseph Grandy seems like he's the man to beat tonight.
Hey, Grandy's been looking super fast, but he's still got a long ways to go, and he's got Isaac Salas, who is sneaky fast in these things, and Chad Gregg's starting right in front of him, that has been dominating this season. Can't forget about Gavin Chatham starting back there in the 6th spot. He has always been fast in these, just not always able to bring out or get the results he wanted.
So we'll have, I believe, a 23 car feature tonight. We should see a good show. Alrighty, we go feature time here. Let's meet the field and give you the RSN trackside starting lineup. Chad Griggs starts on pole position. He's in the 27 to his outside the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano, in the 32. Row 2, Joseph Grandy, 100 grand in the 518. To his outside, Isaac Salas, slide job in the 5. Row 3, the jet plane, J.J. Odell in the 38, and Gavin Chatham in the 99. Row 4, Trent Verstraeten in the 88, and Clay Christopherson in the 51. Running up the top 10 here for tonight's race. Oh, did we lose it? Nope, we still got it. Don't worry. Roger Craig, the Bass Man, the 747, and Chris Schaefer in the 123. Row 6, the Ayla Outlaw, Preston Cranmer in the 003 of Tyler Luce. Rick Main inside on row number 7 to his outside. Jonathan Dolly in the 074, starting 14th. Row 8 is Tyler Flynn in the 831 and Kyle Fahey in the 16. Rest of the field tonight looks like this. Gary Alpha the 94, Michael Junk the 27, row 9. Corey Denston, Greg Parmley make up row number 10. Ronnie Brown and Cale Nisley on row 11. And then Cale Bixler starts 23rd. No call from Andy Patton to grid tonight. Also no call from Chris Schaefer either. So it'll be a 22-man feature. All right, picks tonight to win. Griggs from pole.
You got Griggs. I'm gonna go Gavin Chatham.
All right, Steve King Foundation Pace Truck is on pit road. Ready to go for the Flatline Racing Bodies green flag. Glad you could join us here tonight for Monday Night Madness. Rebels time, where anything and everything can happen. Chad Griggs, Anthony Morano, ready to bring us the green. It's time to get it on. Up the hill goes Chad Griggs. Anthony Morano, second. Field stacks up with Isaac Salas, getting sideways for just a moment. J.J. Odell, Trent Verstraeten. How low can you go? It looks like limbo in turn 4. Speaking of 4, they're nearly 4 wide for the 4th position as Griggs leads the opening lap, Brandon.
Yeah, Templeton's kind of putting it all over the track right now, almost in some dangerous spots as he's able to luckily pull out of it and not cause any harm or mayhem, as they are 3 wide for 5th place right now. As Verstraeten rips on the top side outside for 6th.
Beautiful pass from the Ant-Man. Diamonding turns number 3 and 4 as he takes the lead away with 18:26 last lap. But here comes Joseph Grandy. Chad Griggs leaves him the line open. 100 grand looking for second in that 518, but just feel how bumpy that top is.
Grandy for the lead.
Underneath, downstairs, that's tight. Caution, no waves, Greg Parmalee. Oh, and one flipping Bailey, Corey Denson. Replay of what happened.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, they were hooked. Denson, a couple of cartwheels. Again, gymnastics already over. Sorry, guys. Round over the 91. Alrighty, let's look at the pass for second between Grandy and Griggs, and right on board with him in 3 and 4. Look at how bumpy this is already.
I kind of saw it out of the corner, like, holy cow. How are you even hanging on to this thing?
Exactly.
That's how bumpy it is.
That will play a factor not just in tonight's Rebels feature, but also the Renegades feature too. Again, let us know who you're rooting for in chat. Go ahead.
And the Renegades session only opened up about 7 minutes ago. They were luckily able to push it back. So hopefully the track won't be as worn in, and those bumps won't be as big as a factor so early on. They may come into play later in the A main, but shouldn't be this early.
So we are set for our first restart of the night. It's on lap number 6, or lap number 4. Anthony Morano, Joseph Grandy, row 1. Chad Griggs, Isaac Salas, row 2. Trent Verstraeten, Gavin Chatham, row 3. Clay Christopherson, J.J. Odell, row 4. Tyler Luce, Preston Cranmer, round out the top 10. We are ready for the restart here. Morano, the control car, ready to fire whenever. There he goes, back to green. Great restart over Grandy. Chad Griggs has second of the line. They touch, though. Grandy loses the wing. And around on his side he goes. The perennial favorite likely to win this race is out of it. I am stunned at that.
I'm confused.
Caught the opening there and on his side. Watch a replay. Show you what happened.
Trying to figure out why he would come down the track that far on a restart.
Yeah, he came down. Very strange. So, Griggs now second. Isaac Salas back up on the podium. Reminder coming on up here is our Renegades feature in just a bit. So final double file restart of the night, I believe, is coming up right here. Alrighty. We'll watch this from our Chapman Racing drone. Morano, the control car, brings us back to the green.
Green, green, green.
Salas looking to slide job his way up to second, leaves Griggs the lane. The 27 holds on, but now Gavin Chatham becomes a factor in this battle. Top three, all hold serve. Yeah, a lot of bumps badly. Everybody hangs on as we stay green. Morano continues to lead, though, off of 2, Brandon. Sideways off the corner. Griggs has a chance.
Griggs is looking at it. Oh, he hits the wall a couple times.
Oh, Morano.
Turns it down the track.
Everybody's slicing and dicing here. Griggs for the race lead. Throws a slider and puts her out front. Morano can't counter it back. And they've opened up the door. Open up the gap on Isaac Salas. Again, Morano tries a little. Man, way too bumpy. It's going to have to be a lot of track work, possibly.
Hope they don't have a VR set. They might be getting sick.
Kyle Fahey around in turn 4. Puts her in the pits. We stay green. Clay Christopherson on the charge. Breaks his way in the top 5. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have VR. I would be sick to my stomach right now. Chatham, though, I think likes staying safe on the bottom than staying sorry. Remember, top 5 drivers move up to the Renegades. Pending their eye out. One of those drivers as well looking for a top 5 spot in his Rebels debut. How about Tyler Luce? Started 12th, he's up to 6th, Brandon.
That's impressive driving right there. As he gets by Chatham for 6th place. Chatham, I think, has been trying to ride or die on that bottom side, but unfortunately he's just not figured out how to hold it, and he's going to pay the price for now as he goes back to the top.
Morano extremely sideways off for turn 4. Salas able to close in. Battle for second about to brew. I bet you with how bumpy this is, at one point tonight, somebody's going to go over the wall. I have that feeling that's going to happen, Brandon.
Oh, 100%. It's not if, it's when. And somebody is just going to catch it just wrong, and they're going to be like me, sending it right over turn 4.
Trent Verstraeten breaks into the podium past Anthony Morano. And Verstraeten has got the best car here right now. For second on Isaac Salas, Verstraeten is cooking. He was mad after what happened to the Open 358. So you can tell 18:33 last lap to an 18:42. It's time to shine. It's now.
He said, I'm not saving any more tires. I am just going to set it up on that cushion and ride on around. How many laps until you think he catches Greg's? I give it 9.
I don't know. Gap is at 1.7 seconds. Let's go back to the race for 4th spot. Morano and Chatham. Morano really sideways. He's in big trouble. He is in big trouble. He cannot handle well in turn 4. Well, let's look at the lap times between Verstraeten and Griggs. Griggs was better the last time by, but Verstraeten much better in 4 of the last 5 laps, especially in dirty air. Checking the gaps. Oh, Verstraeten in the wall.
Oh, Verstraeten,
I think he's used too much in turn 2.
Gavin Chatham might be throwing a slider on Isaac for second.
That is the case. Slide job count. Oh, there goes Verstraeten in the wall. Wow.
He's broken.
Yeah, he's broken. He's done. This is going to bring a yellow flag out without question. Nope, it doesn't. We stay green. He was on the track. So, meanwhile, it is all Chad Griggs, 2.5 second lead as he approaches lap track for the first time tonight is Cale Bixler. 12 laps remain, though, in this feature. Battle for 7th, J.J. Odell and Preston Cranmer go to work. And now the wall is loose with heavy right side damage. Let's watch this closely into turn 3. No issues going for him, though. Final car in the top 5, Clay Christopherson. Luce, your biggest mover on the track, started 12th. Actually, your second biggest mover. He's up 6. Cale Bixler is up 7th. J.J. Odell wants to still go to work.
Yeah, Luce is not giving up. He has a bent and broken car. He is not going to let it go as Rick Main slides J.J. Odell.
Chatham with a heck of a set looking for second. He wanted bad. Salas into Cale Bixler. That goes into Gavin Chatham. What the hell just happened? Chatham is up and over and is done.
Oh, Salas. Oh, no. Salas hit Cale.
Yep.
And sent him straight up. Oh, no. That's so... Oh, I feel so bad for Gavin, man.
Netcode strikes again. Watch this again. Bixler, yeah, Cale Bixler just simply, when I'm looking at this, just did not see that 789 coming. Salas just tried to thread that needle. Unfortunately, the needle closes up on him, and Cale, I think that was 12X sending his night. And Chatham is just a innocent victim dealing with netcode. Oh.
I don't think it's a 12X. He's currently sitting on pit road, and I believe if you're DQ'd, your car gets removed entirely.
So that's,
and he is I believe he still is overseas, so he might just be having that much of a lag spike.
Gosh, my heart breaks for Gavin. Now it's party time with DeZeus. He's actually inside a grater trying to get out of it on that replay, so. Well, this times the field back up, and we'll go back to the 5-lap average once again. Who's the better car? Right now, it would have been third place Gavin Chatham, but with the top two, very tough for the moment, and we're going to a single file restart rest of the race.
And this has also affected me in the past. Though that heat in the tires, the seal over on them, how much is it going to affect these leaders up here? As Griggs has done nothing but rip the top all day, so he is going to be feeling the effects of that here really quickly.
Back to green, 9 laps remain. Reminder, top 5 transfer. Luce is now the final driver in with Chatham's misfortune. But that could change. J.J. Odell, high, wide, and handsome, wasting no time up to the 5th position. Ooh, Luce with a slider
Luce sends
on
a
him.
hard slider on him.
And nearly went over the banking.
As got up there right onto that cushion, just whipped it right around as McMahon goes again to Luce.
And a pair of full throttle teammates battle for the bottom step of the podium. Anthony Morano and Clay Christopherson. Remember, turn 4 is not the strong suit from Anthony Morano. You see there again, really sideways off the corner, but he may have actually gained some time. Meanwhile, for the lead, Isaac Salas challenges Chad Griggs. That didn't work.
Upside down, that's loose.
That's loose. Oh. And the glass slipper breaks for the 003 tonight. This time it is turn 2 that attacks the driver. Caught the wall and then on his side. A driver that, per our lower graphic, hails from the Northwest. We don't see a lot of drivers on the Pacific Coast that race with us, so great to see him join us.
It must be nice. He gets to finish racing with us, and he still has his whole evening to do stuff.
So right now it would be 5:50.
I'm jealous.
I would kill for that. Do my work in the afternoon, then party at night.
It'd be a lot of fun.
So Salas showed his nose, so it shows you he may have something. Alrighty, this is going to get interesting here. Griggs, Salas, or the field with 6 laps remaining. Stay on the edge of your seats, folks. You may not want to miss this one. But Griggs goes early, and I mean way early. Wasting no time, he's gone. If you're Salas, do you follow Griggs, or do you go slider after slider?
I think you follow him for a little bit, get that momentum built up, and when you get that nice and close, you
something
send
happened
it
off
in.
the turn 4. I think he may have hit a rut or something on the front straight that caused the car to drive. I mean, wow! Oh, big wreck for Morano! His teammate just yeeted him. Clay Christopherson is Not going to make things quite interesting in the full throttle chat, that's for sure. There will be hysterics after the race behind closed doors. And that is a sledgehammer shot.
We're going to need some camera crews to the haulers. It'll be another Matt Kenseth situation.
Now this would probably be cameras, keep your eyes peeled on the 32 and the 051 after the race. Like Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, I saw that. What in the world?
Yeah, that's something for another time. You don't want to hear my opinion on it.
I kind of do now.
All right, Denny Hamlin should be the winner.
I'll agree.
Okay. But I do feel bad for Austin Dillon because he was about to have that race won. If you want to hear the rest of my opinion, though, here's a good plug. Tune to RSN Trackside Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock on Rock Sports Network. A lot of key stories out of Richmond, that's for sure. Patrick Spengler, Team Alpine, week in and week out. Get the next Netflix cameras out. Trevor Giroux says Harvick and RCR feud all over again. Hold my watch. Really, hold it. Look, Brandon.
What? Oh, I gotta get to it.
All right, 4 laps to go. Better time restart from Salas, but it is Griggs that holds serve and opens up a much better gap. And there is lap traffic. Is that Morano? Yes, it is. Keep your eyes peeled on that. And Christopherson has a chance at second on the 5. 3 laps of racing to go at the port. Salas for the lead on Griggs. Better exit goes to the 27 with the banking. One of the things I think Salas should do that not a lot of people have tried here, Brandon, with 2 to go, is try to diamond the corner.
Yeah, diamond in the corner. You gotta be right on, perfect on your time, and to make that work. But I think Salas might have a chance here. Morano might be getting in the way of this battle for the lead.
He lets the leader. He lets first go. He lets second go. Salas low. Final lap. Battle for the win. Was that Salas's only chance? Down the back for the final time. Does Salas send it? Oh, yes, he does. Slide jump. Griggs up in the wall. He counters it back.
Oh,
Chad
no!
Griggs comes back and takes the win at Port Royal. Oh, what a finish to this one. Christopherson third, Odell fourth, Preston Cranmer fifth. And your biggest mover tonight, Gary Off put up 8 positions from 17th to 9th, but what a finish at the end. For Salas, he did what he had to do.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had a little bit of an obstacle there getting into 1. Otherwise, he might have just been able to complete that slider in 1 and 2.
In slow motion. See, they're already past Morano without issue. Salas, I don't think he hits the inside. See that? Hang on. We'll have to rewind this. Let's rewind this here. You'll see. I'm going to pull up the telestrator here. We got to make sure I can access it. It's been a while since we've used this. All right, let's pull up the telestrator here. I'm going to pause it. Right there. See? Look at this skid mark right here. Surround it. See? That's over the banking right there. He's in the fluff over the cushion. And that causes a lot of right rear wheel spin. allowing Griggs to power through and take the win.
Yeah, he had to send a full out slider there. There's no way he was going to be able to keep up momentum. So he was just hoping that I don't know what he was hoping, because I don't know if he would have been able. There was almost no way he was going to be able to make that stick with how hard he had to throw that in there.
See that right there? Yep. But yeah, Chad Griggs taking the checkered flag in a phenomenal race. For Griggs, his 6th win of the season in 9 Rebels races. Without question, he's going to be ready for Renegades in the fall. So Salas, Christofferson, O'Dell, and Cranmer eligible for Renegades here this evening. Great runs as well from Roger Craig. Michael Junk as well, up a few spots tonight. Anthony Morano probably gets the heartbreak of the night. Joseph Grandy also with some tough luck throughout the night too. All right, let's, I think we got your top 3. Let's begin with Clay Christofferson. Clay, we got to begin with the burning question. A lot of people are probably wondering, what was your perspective off of turn 2 battling with Anthony Morano for 3rd?
I lifted and the car just still hiccuped forward. It was so bouncy up there and got into him, and I completely lifted, and then I saw him go all the way around, so I quick got back into it. I definitely didn't want to pass that way. We were both pretty fast up there, but man, she was rough.
I just want to make sure I heard what you said. The car was bouncy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like going on a trampoline.
Gotcha. All right. Well, as a whole, how did you feel about your car throughout this entire race?
I felt pretty good once I got in a rhythm up top. I was kind of rolling it in instead of throwing it in like some guys, and I was able to avoid some of the bumps coming into the corner in 1, and I think that helped me out a lot. I couldn't find much in 3 and 4 though, but the track altogether was very fast for what was left of it.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
All the guys at FTM, you guys for putting this on, and Swan Speed Shop.
All righty, man. Great job tonight. Best of luck tonight in Renegades.
Thank you.
Clay Christofferson, our 3rd place finisher. Our 2nd place finisher, Isaac Salas. So close, buddy. When you threw that slide job in there, did you think you had it done with Chad Griggs actually catching the wall too at the same time?
That was what I was banking on, was him to like see me come flying across and him to gas it up a little bit too much there and get in the wall. So I wasn't really like super sure of it. But you know, it's gave him a little show there at the end, so that's all I can give.
Well, you made it pay off. You gave him a great run at the end. We're watching the replay right now. I showed on the telestrator, it may have been that you got a little bit too over the banking into the fluff, and that may have been what cost it. I don't know though.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously doesn't help for sure. I tried though. I mean, I think I did get over the berm pretty good there, and if I didn't, it would have been a little bit closer. I don't know if I would have got, you know, still a good run with him having all that momentum built up, but it you know, it's fun. I was glad to actually be decent in the sprint car, so that's good.
Who do you want to give shout outs to?
Yeah, Venom Racing, Dean the Super Dirt Car Series, Magnum Race Designs, Tommy Gun Customs, RSN Trackside, Mission 22, Top Notch Trucking. Thank you guys for the broadcast again. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of fun to go back and watch this one for sure. Yeah, on that, like, thanks to Kelser for watching. I know she was texting me through the whole thing, and thanks to my friends and my family. And good run to Mr. Chad.
Yes, absolutely. A great run to him as well. Great job tonight, and best of luck in the Renegades.
Appreciate it, brother.
So Isaac Salas in Renegades tonight with his 2nd place finish. To victory lane we go to Chad Griggs, your winner. Chad, did you see that slide job coming by Isaac?
Yeah, I saw it out of the corner of my eye, so I just let off and let him bring it on in and tucked under him.
We saw you clip the wall there in 3 and 4. I thought for a moment you were going to be done out of it. I thought that was a second place for you.
It got pretty hairy up there on the exit of 4 up top, and the exit of 2 started to get really bad too. But I knew that that was where I had to be to get the momentum with the way I had the car set up. It was just so rough. Yeah. So, I mean, you had to know that you might bump the wall, but then be off the gas and it'll just kind of straighten the car back out. But yeah, it got hairy there with about 5 to go on the exit up top, both ends.
Yeah, we saw we saw on the onboard how bumpy it was in turns 2 and 4. Is that normal for Port Royal?
I don't know that it's normal, but late in the race it kind of is, because I don't know where anybody was running behind me, but I feel like if you're going to be fast here, you have to at least get that car up on the wall somehow midway, at least be there on exit. 3 and 4, normally it's not bad to keep it up there all the way on the fence. I don't like to enter so high in 1 because there's that part of the wall in the middle that comes out at you. And if you hit that wrong, it's going to kill your night.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Thank you guys for the broadcast, Roger for the league, Scott Thomason and Scott Thomason Racing, my team, and then Josh Whiteman for my paint job.
Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on the win, and best of luck in Renegades.
Thanks, Marty.
I think that's a normal thing that we've been saying to Chad here tonight or this season, like we were saying to Ross Corinna last season. So we'll step aside and go to break. When we come back, it's Renegades action on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion, trying to be a bit of a hiatus. So let's get.
Tonight we'll be talking about it.
these dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in an on-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive. So having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday, I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
Under the lights here at Port Royal, we welcome you back. We're ready for Renegades action on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. And, we will also welcome you back in our lovely booth. Marty Scala with you alongside Brandon Dittmer. Patrick Spangler or Blake Chapman. This is Patrick's playground for sure, but Renegades, this track seems to bite somebody in the rear.
Oh yeah, it always does. You know, we saw in the last race that bumpiness coming out of 4. That's going to get you sooner than later, and unless you can do that thing to run it on the bottom, like I have a feeling Mr. Blake Chapman just might tonight. He's going to steer clear of that and have a pretty good finish here tonight. I am almost certain.
We've got 21 drivers here. We always say Spangler as well as Chapman or even the Vanderbilt guys. Could we see a surprise?
I don't really know. Mr. Dean Reynolds has been slowly getting faster in these things, especially in the later races. I don't know. I don't see any other sneaky fast guys as of right now.
Alrighty, 2 minutes of qualifying set to go. Who's the first driver that takes their way to the track? It's the high side banger, Patrick Spangler. New number font he's been using for the last 2 weeks too. He's got that along with built the networks of coast to coast on the car. The hometown hero takes the clock for hot laps. He'll set the bar, of course, on lap number 1. 1691 for the high side banger. Dean Reynolds, though, quickest at a 1681. Jesse Bandy to the top, 1655. Will anyone else pop up in the purple? We'll just have to see. Spangler with a much better lap time. Where's to put him up to 3rd? Here we come to the checkers. Dino stays in 2nd. Jesse Bandy has a slower lap. Let's go to Brennan Lacey in the 114, 4th quickest. And a little bit better, possibly. No. Preston Cranmer, Brad Waite. Blake Chapman now 2nd on lap 1, 1673. He needs to find a way to improve on this one. The entire field 2/10 back on Jesse Bandy's blistering lap. Who pops up in the purple, or does he? 1686 on lap number 2. John Short works on lap number 1. 17:07. Second lap for Tyler Wilson. This is his final lap of the night. And a 16:96 on lap number 2. John Short will not make it to the checkers in time. So I believe it is Landis, Ulibarri, and Wilson, your pole sitters. Jesse Bandy is the quickest man on track. That is the case. We now move to our first heat race of the night, brought to you by Gambler Motorsports. Terry Landis, the Desert Demon, on pole position in the 161. Next to him, the Ayla Outlaw, Preston Cranmer. Row number 2, Brad Waite in the 814, and Jesse Bandy in the 49. Row number 3, Gentleman Jack Hind, the 217, and John Short, Shorty in the 51. Final car on the grid is the 051. That's Clay Christopherson. I gotta tell you something fun. Gotta tell you something funny as well. Last weekend when calling races at Thunder Mountain, because I had to do all the races. You wanna know what name I actually called in person? He used to race in this series. I always like to talk about the alums from time to time. Nathan Aldrich in the 514 of all numbers. Pretty cool to watch him race. I don't believe he recognized me though at the track, so. Alrighty. Field is rolling. Who are you watching out for, Brandon? Up.
Here, Jesse Bandy's kind of getting himself a heat EOL. So he might just come up tearing through the back, from the back to the front.
He may even drop back a couple extra car lengths.
Now it's hard to look away from John Short starting in that fourth spot.
Yeah.
Fourth starting spot. He's been very, very fast.
Well, it's KSR teammates on the front row. Remember, a couple seasons ago at Port Royal, guess who won in Renegades? Terry Landis, of all the drivers, the upset of the season and the year. Who's going to start on pole? We're about to find out. Great clear from Preston Cranmer. 3 wide off of turn 2. Brad Waite looks low. John Short looks high. Oh, Short! Big crash with Landis upside down. And the 161 is totaled. So now in third, Jesse Bandy. Brad Waite for second. Oh my, Bandy's got a hot rod tonight, boys, when you know he's got a car that was 2/10 quicker in qualifying.
He is out there wasting absolutely no time.
Oh,
and he slammed the door!
He's like, you ain't taking this spot from me. Brad Waite is driving like a teenager that's paid off. And Cranmer up in the wall. Bandy with a chance to take the lead away. In the corner, he's got it. And Cranmer's got a problem. That right front is gone. I don't think he realizes that the right front's totaled. He doesn't. Until now.
Oh.
So we have lost half the field in this. Over half the field. Your best battle is for second. Clay Christopherson and Jack Hind. Luckily, everybody makes the show no matter what.
I was looking for everybody. This is... Oh, I don't remember the last time we saw a heat race with that many separate wrecks.
Yeah, I know, right? Same here, too. And Bandy is still nailing quickest laps after lap. That was a 16:83 last time by. This time by 17:01. Final lap underway. Well, had to start from the back of his heat. Guess what? The quickest man will start on pole. And you know what I got to do? Jesse Bandy.
That was easy.
Don't know if you could hear that, but yeah, that was easy. This Vandy wins the heat. Christofferson hit Kramer, landed short and weight. That's how the field looks at the end of Heat 1. Heat 2 brought to you by Regency Home Inspection. We'll show you how the field lines up. Tally Labari on pole position, the 19. Next to him, the low-line master, Brennan Lacey, in the 114. Row number 2, Dean Reynolds in the 79, and the salesman, Blake Chapman, in car number 20. Row number 3, Stephen Goldner in the 30, and Kyle Moonen next to him, the Money King in the 24. Barry Goldner rounds out the field tonight in the 36. Felt so weird not seeing Stephen Goldner race at I-55 last week because he is so good at the short tracks.
He's incredibly quick at the short tracks. He is, especially like if he, the Vanderbilt boys have a setup that that they all work on and get just nailed. Him and Brennan Lacey are almost impossible to stop.
All right, we are green for heat race number 2 of the Renegades. Great start for you, Labari, but look at Brennan Lacey. Beautiful passing out in front. Now, what about Blake Chapman?
Oh, Dean, contact in the back.
Great save for everyone. Oh, Moonen! He's got right front damage, but my, oh my. Best imitation of Dean Reynolds. And he, that right front still dangling, and now it's gone. And it's gone. 2 laps complete. The salesman, top shelf where Mama hides the cookies, makes his way through to the point. A fast 17:07 last time by 3 wide. God goes Goldner. Or not.
And he saves it. What?
These Vanderbilt drivers, they got guts.
Oh, he's broken. He's
yeah,
off the pace.
Stevens letting Barry go by. Brennan Lacey, it seems like he's still in the fight here, kind of. He was 1500s behind Blake Chapman. Reynolds still 3rd, Ulibarri 4th. And Lacey reels it back in once more. 3 laps to go. Oh, Lacey
he's in the wall.
That's not good. Now Lacey has to hope that Blake Chapman makes a mistake, but Blake Chapman making a mistake at Port Royal, very tough with 2 to go.
Kind of doing a half diamond line there. It's kind of working out for him. Unfortunately, every time he's just hitting the wall too much.
Final lap underway. Checkers wave. Blake Chapman, the salesman, your winner in Heat 2. Lacey 2nd, Reynolds 3rd, Ulibarri 4th, Barry Goldner 5th, Stephen Goldner going to cross the line 6th, and Kyle Moonen finishes 7th. One more heat race left to go here tonight, and it's brought to you by Maurer Farm Management. The Macho Man, Tyler Wilson on pole position, the 42. Next to him, Pink Panther, Jesse Axon in the 127. Row number 2, the high side banger. Patrick Spangler in the 39. The Brewer to Beast, Jeff Barker next to him in the 513. Bob DeGood inside of row number 3. And Devo Donovan Ross is next to him in the 5. The Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer, rounds out the field. He starts 7th. And let's look back at DeGood before we wish Brandon the best of luck. Let's look back at DeGood. Heat 1 starts on pole, wins the heat, starts the feature on pole position. That, for me, was the highlight of the night. That was awesome to see. Alrighty, Brandon, best of luck.
Well, thank you. I gotta face the rest of my freaking teammates here today.
Uh-oh.
This is a Training Wheels Racing heat race, and
Heat race number 3, we'll get rid of the Maurer sponsorship. We'll bring it to you by Training Wheels. I'm just kidding with Steve, so. Alrighty, good luck. Winner starts inside of row number 2. Actually, we'll go one more extra lap. Alrighty, winner starts inside of row number 2. Wilson and Atkinson, the Training Wheels teammates, bring us to green. We have all of them here in this heat. They make up half the 7-car field, so it's pretty much a power play in hockey terms as we're green. Good start for Tyler Wilson. 1, 2, 3 Training Wheels. Now can Brandon Dittmer get up to 4th is the question. And Macho Man very sideways off the corner as Spangler leads lap number 1. Let's go to the battle for 3rd spot. Jesse Axton and Jeff Barker. Barker hanging on to P4 for right now. And now Don Ross and Bobby Good battle for 5th. Dittmer a little bit off the pace in 7th. He's the caboose of this heat race at the moment. Patrick Spangler nailing down a quick lap last time by 16:78. Believe if this were to stand, he would obviously start in 3rd, a position behind Blake Chapman and a row behind Jesse Bandy. Halfway home here in our heat race, Jeff Barker moves up to 3rd, past Jesse Exon, trying to ruin the top 3 party. Bobby Good now is closed on Jesse Exon. Same with Donovan Ross. See if anyone can do anything about it. 2 to go. Oh, look out. Donovan Ross up in the wall, finds a way to save it. Great car control by the driver of the 5. We've seen a lot of close calls on the front straight. I'm able to hang on, and Dittmer. That car's done. That car is squashed. Sorry, Brandon.
That's all right.
Final lap underway. Jesse Exon, Bob DeGood battling for the 4th spot, but it's Patrick Spangler off at turn 4. The Dominator, the high side banger, wins heat 3. Patrick Spangler 2nd, Jeff Barker 3rd, Jesse Exon 4th, Bob DeGood 5th, Donovan Ross 6th, Brandon Dittmer starts from the rear in 7th. Preliminary events are done. We now move on to our 35-lap feature. Stay with us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
You're watching the Coast to Coast Racing League Renegades Division on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, presented by Dylan Westbrook Racing.
As the salesman tries to put it back into victory lane, he's currently on top in warm-ups with a 17.387. While we wait to go racing, a look at the schedule for what's coming up the rest of the week and next week. Tuesday is Retreads Tuesday. Shaggy TV will have the fixed 360s at Eldora and pickup trucks at Charlotte, beginning at 7 o'clock. We then have our Hometown Heroes Wednesday night that feature our 360s and 410s at Lernerville. Thursday night, I'm back with Thursday Night Thunder with the small blocks and the big blocks at Lincoln Speedway. Next week for Monday Night Madness, we head to Cedar Lake Speedway. You don't want to miss out on that for all three divisions right here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. So as the warm-ups continue here for the drivers, sounds like we're having some frame issues here once again. Apologies for that. We've been dealing with that throughout the entire night. Spectrum is not been the best with that, but unfortunately I do not control Spectrum, so. Alrighty, set to go for our 35-lap feature. Let's meet the field and give you the RSN Trackside starting lineup. On the pole, the Bandy-built master, Jesse Bandy in the 49. Next to him, the salesman, Blake Chapman in car number 20. Row number 2, the high side banger, Patrick Spangler in the 39. And Clay Christopherson in the 51. Row 3, the lowline master, Brennan Lacey in the 114, and the macho man, Tyler Wilson in the 42. Row 4, Gentleman Jack Hitt in the 217, and Dean Reynolds in the 79. Rounding out the top 10, the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker in the 513, and the Outlaw, Preston Cranmer in the 77. Row 6, Talon Ulabari, he's in car number 19, and the Pink Panther, Jesse X, and next to him, outside row 6. Row 7, the Desert Demon, Terry Landis in the 161, and the 36 of Barry Goldner. Row 7, Bob DeGood in the 7, and Shorty, John Short in the 51. Rest of the grid tonight, Stephen Goldner in the 30, and Donovan Ross in the 5. They make up row number 9. Row 10, Brad Waite in the 814, and the Money King, Kyle Mooney in the 24. Rounding out the grid, the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer in car number 83. Picks to win tonight, Brandon.
Oh boy. I think Brennan Lacey's going to come up and get her done.
Alrighty. My pick to win tonight, give me Blake Chapman to upset Jesse Bandy.
I like it.
So. Alrighty, man. Best of luck out there tonight. We'll talk to you after the feature.
Sounds good.
One lap until we go green. Steve King Foundation Pace Truck is in, as we say, where else would you rather be than right here, right now, from coast to coast? We're at the Speed Palace. Bandy and Chapman bring us to green. It's showtime at Port Royal. Flatline Racing Bodies green flag waves for the final time, possibly tonight. Jesse Bandy off at turn number 4 leads the opening lap. Patrick Spangler second, Blake Chapman third. Terry Landis has crashed and flipped in turn 4. Barry Gollner also involved and has also tumbled onto his top of the chassis. We'll pop up a replay here, show you what happened. Lap 1, caution 1. Barry Gollner comes down to Terry Landis, sends him around, turns him over to Gollner, and Stephen Gollner also involved in the accident too. You saw he lost the top wing. Great catch there from the iRacing cameras. Let's go on board Barry Gollner. Car inside, unfortunately. And then let's go to, do we have a seat? I think we have a Stephen Gollner shot right here. Oh, he got squeezed up. Couldn't tell who that driver was. May have been Brad Waite, but I don't know though off the top of my head. So we'll start at the back of the field. Lights are off. We're coming green this time by here in the Renegades. Real quick, we never talked about this. A look at the point standings coming on in. 14-point lead for Blake Chapman on Patrick Spangler into the night. All right, now it's very close. All right, set to come back to the green flag. One lap is complete. Bandy brings us back. We're underway again.
Green, green, green.
Check that, 2 laps are complete. They did cross the line before the yellow flag waved. Bandy is able to hold serve. Patrick Spangler for second on Blake Chapman. Ripping the top. Can he get the bite off at turn number 4 to close it on Bandy? Within half a car length. Looks low, but Bandy slams the door right in his face. Here comes Spangler. Pulls up to the front wheel. Wing to wing. Slide job. Spangler puts the 39 in front for now. Bandy tries to counter it back. Brendan Lacey up there as well, running in third. Now Bandy nearly sends it as well. Look how bumpy the high side is. You saw Lacey get sideways. Wheelie around goes Tyler Wilson. Yellow lights come on for the second time here tonight. Okay, what happened to the Macho Man? Got into jacket, a rare mishap for Tyler Wilson. Luckily, actually what? Never mind. That car is stuck on top of the Jersey barrier. The belly pan on it because of that. That is a automatic tow without question. No way you can even use the throttle or you gas it or reverse it. See, just look how stuck that car is. Yeah, he even tried to do that as well. All right. We're going to watch this restart from the aerial shot. Spangler, the new leader on this restart, selects the bottom. Bandy, Lacey, Chapman, Reynolds round out the top 5. 5 laps in the books, 30 remain. Here we go again.
Green, green, green.
And immediately, Spangler clears Jesse Bandy. Chapman and Lacey battle for the bottom step of the podium. Chapman hangs on to that spot for right now. Bandy for the lead. No. Chapman stay on the bottom. Oh, look out. Upside down is Lacey. Clay Christopherson, I believe it was, who hooked him. And a wild ride for the 114, and also collected his teammate Steven Goldner, whose bad luck continues. Yeah, just put Lacey, and then that was a neck cone flip. Wow. There you see Goldner also involved. Let's watch this, and then we're going to put this in slow-mo. Let's see here. Yeah, that is a netcode flip. Like, how does a car get air like that in a fast amount of time? Let's take the ride with Lacey. I think it was because he was on the gas when the car lifted and the rear wheels just made it faster. Steven Goldner, minding his P's and Q's, trying to find a way past John Shore and Talon Ulibarri. On the binders, catches Jesse Exon, then rear-ended, and decides, you know what, why don't I slow dance with my teammate to field for him? That was probably a little bit off there, but oh well. Steve Bixler checking in. We're in for Brandon Dittmer, is hyping him up after his podium finish at Slideways. Steve King Foundation pace truck is in single file restarts for the rest of the race as we are coming to lap number 8. Back to green.
Green flag, green flag.
Ooh, Bandy in the wall off at 2. I'm not sure if there was any contact. And Barker sideways. Does he catch it? Yes, he does. And look who's in the second spot after going 3 wide. Hello, Dean Reynolds. Trying to make us... No! Dang it! Him and Bandy get together! Dittmer also involved. Ah! Commentator's curse strikes again. That's probably the worst one I've ever done. You know what? Before we go to that, let's take a look back at the start and see what happened to Bandy. Did he just catch the wall off for turn 2? Did he clip Spangler? Oh, yeah, hit a bump and got really sideways. Let's see here, Bandy throws the slider in. Yeah. Dean did not lift. Ah. That just shows you how bad drivers want it. That really does. Let's go on board with the 79. Wrong one. Here we go. Let's go to Bandy. Right there's the contact, and man, oh man. Now look at all those drivers trying to dodge it. Landis, Dittmer. Wow, in the process of slowing down. So this puts Blake Chapman up to second and Jack Hitt in the third position. You also got Preston Cranmer in for two drivers I did not expect inside the top 5. But again, I tell you, you put Renegades on at Port Royal, who knows what's going to happen. All right, 9 laps are complete when we come back to green.
Green, green, green.
Nice restart from Spangler. Drivers still dealing with bumps in turn number 2. Probably worse as it is tonight. The Ayla Outlaw trying to go for the 3rd position. I'd have to do some, oh man, nearly did what Dino did to Bandy. That was way too close. Cranmer lifted. Brad Waite made use of it to his advantage for the 4th spot. Great racing on track. How about Waite as well? Started in the 19th position in a 21 car field. And he's in the 5th position. Behind him, John Short started in 16th. Great runs by both of them. Ooh, John Short touches the wall once more. The car seemed to be okay. Stay green, just about 3 wide. Look at this. Patrick Spangler is gone for the 5-lap average. 2-second lead, just about, on the salesman. Jesse Atkinson, meanwhile, a twirly bit sideways in the race for 5th. $20 to go this time by for the dominant Patrick Spangler here tonight. Looking to tie Blake Chapman in wins at 3. 8 races on the season. We have seen 4 winners on the year. Spangler's got 2, Blake Chapman 3, Jesse Bandy had 2, Brennan Lacey has 1. Good race back to the battle for 3rd. Preston Cranmer as real Jack Hitt back in underneath for the bottom step of the podium. Not working just yet for the Outlaw. May have to try and either diamond the corner or go for a slide job. Behind them, Atkinson and Short continue to do get it for 5th. Waite hopes one of them make a mistake. Great exit by Shorty. Up to 5th for now. There's one driver they are approaching without a front wing. That is Stephen Gollner in the 19th position, who's already been lapped. So the leader, Patrick Spangler, in some lap traffic already. Actually got past one driver. I wonder if that was Stephen that was getting past, that was just back on the racetrack moments ago. John Short, Jesse Atkinson. They've cleared away for right now. Brad Waite and Jeff Barker, your closest battle on track for the 7th position. Kyle Moonen in the 24 has pulled off on the racetrack. 15 laps remain for the high side banger. The 4.3 second advantage on Blake Chapman. He's just continuing to rip it. Oh man, whoa! Nearly a bad off for Spangler. Sideways off for turn 2 and finds a way to catch it. And now he puts a lap on Barry Gollner. Back to the race. Here comes John Short racing his teammate for the 4th position, and Preston Cranmer just lets him go. Now he would have the hard charger award, up 12 spots after starting back in the 16th position. Great run tonight for the man in the red and black KSR 51. Other good battles include Bob DeGood, Jesse Bandy trying to rebound after his incident. Battle for 10th. Donovan Ross, Dean Reynolds, Tally Ilabari in a 3-man race for 13th. Reynolds went for the slider. Devo counters it back. Back to 5th. Kramer and Atkinson. Pink Panther following Kramer and ooh, Atkinson bumped Kramer for just a moment through the chrome horn. Atkinson trying to go through to 5th. Great exit off of turn 2 from the Ayla Outlaw. And Kramer slides up in front of him, forcing Atkinson to go off the gas, and this could allow Brad Waite to take part in this battle. What a battle this is for 5th as we have 10 laps to go. Kramer darts a little bit. It's Brad Waite through to 6th. Jeff Barker also a great part of this race. 9 to go at Port Royal against still Patrick Spangler with a 5-second advantage on Blake Chapman. Blake, the white car just appeared in the background for a split second. I wish we could double box right now because the racing here all around has been fun throughout the middle of the pack. Kramer again sideways. Look at Bandy. Up in 9th after setting quick time. Starting on pole, starting for the rear of his heat. Oh man, that's a 2-for-1 discount, maybe a 3-for-1 special. Up to 7th is the driver of the 49. Bandy starting to cook. If he gets a late race yellow, be careful, folks. Next driver he would catch is Jesse Atkinson for the top 5. And if he gets past, John Short for 4th, and Brad Waite stays in 7th. Oh, there's the yellow! Late race yellow with 5 to go for Preston Cranmer. Erases a 6-second lead. Spangler, I think, may have been involved in that too. Nope, they're just resetting. Timer was off there for just a little bit. But Preston's car was starting to lose its groove. Got down to Barry Goldner. Man, what a wild flip. The Ayla Outlaws. Preston was trying to work his way through lap traffic. Past Clay Christopherson, just unfortunately was not cleared, and what a violent impact. So Spangler, that long run continued. We've won by at least 6 seconds from the looks of it. But now this race, it's got a lot more interesting. A 5-lap shootout to determine your winner. Spangler leads, Chapman second. Remember, Chapman leads the championship, so Spangler definitely needs a win to cut in on the lead. Jack hit 3rd, John Short 4th, Jesse Atkinson rounds out the top 5. 5 laps to go at Port Royal. Can the hometown boy get it done?
Green flag, green flag.
Chapman low. Remember, he's been saving tires throughout the night. But Spangler still pulls away like it's nobody's business. Now let's watch Jesse Bandy as well in 5th, but he's 4 wide for the spot. Barker and Way each looked low. Now can Bandy work on John Short? I think Bandy's car though is, oh, John hit sideways and collects the 51. Big time crash. Side over side, end over end for John Short, looking for a podium spot. And we're back under yellow with 3 to go. Jesse's not done, folks. Jesse is not done in this, guys. Now we'll restart in the 3rd position. Hitch just got sideways off for 2, leaving Short nowhere to go. A big hit by Hitch. And because of that, Short catches a lot of air. Luckily, the car stayed on the ground, didn't do like a blowover. However, though, how like the sprint cars are. Ugly, ugly crash. See, caught the wall, and look how much handfuls he has. Just, that is a violent hit because he takes the brunt end of it, and John Short's car is still at speed, right on board with the 51. See that? Man, that makes me right on board. And I'm not really like this in iRacing, but that's a crash that makes me sick to my stomach. Don't worry, I'm okay. Alrighty. So 3 to go when we come back for this restart. Chapman's got another chance. And Jesse Bandy has found himself back into this race. No quit in the Bandybuilt team. You look at Brennan Lacey a couple weeks ago when he won at Williams Grove. I think it was last year. Steven Goldner came back from a wreck at I-55 while leading. Came back and won the dang race. Jesse could add to this Bandybuilt comeback. This is getting wild. This could get wilder. See what happens. Oh, Spangler spun the tires on the restart. We're back to green. Blake Chapman takes the lead. Jesse Bandy around the outside up to 2nd. And now has Blake Chapman in his sights. Jesse Bandy, top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. On the bumps. Wheel to wheel for the lead. Chapman leads with 2 to go. And now Spangler trying everything he can do to fight back. Bandy, great run off for turn 2 as Chapman caught the bumps. Hoping the 20 car makes a mistake. Small diamond off for turn number 4. White flag waves, we're on the final lap. Bandy's running out of time. Does he go for the slide job? Off into turns number 3 and 4. Does Chapman play D? Chapman defends perfectly. Is that what secures of the win? Spangler looks low on front time. Spangler continue up. Jesse Bandy with the win. Oh my goodness. The drama of Port Royal. One of the most stunning finishes you will ever see in Coast to Coast. The top 2 in the championship take each other out. Jesse Bandy from flipping to victory lane. You gotta be kidding me. That is one of the damnedest races I have ever called in my life. Unbelievable. We need to watch this one more time. I saw Spangler looking low, and I'm like, oh my goodness, could this cost both of them a win? He tried everything to look low because not only is there a chance of the win, Spangler is trying to gain ground on the championship. He lost ground on the championship. He finished 13th unofficially. Chapman finished 10th. Wow. Brandon, have you seen something like that before? Holy smokes.
I have seen something like that before. That's how I got my first win in the Renegade series at Williams Grove when Lacey took out Chapman in the final lap.
Let's look at this one more time from another shot. Chapman's doing everything perfectly right here as well. Defending, making sure Bandy doesn't throw a slide job, so Bandy's going to go to the outside, but doesn't realize Patrick Spangler got a great run in turn number 3. And bye-bye, Bandy. On board with the salesman, who you have to feel so bad for, was a corner away from finally beating Patrick Spangler at Port Royal. I believe for the second time. And now we ride on board with Jesse Bandy. Minding his own business. He probably doesn't even realize what the heck just happened. Comes across the line, I'm like, wait, did I just win? That's probably what he was thinking. So, now let's go back as well. Let's go back to the start. And we're going to ride on board with Patrick Spangler. What happened here? It looked like he spun the tire. No, he caught the inside wall. He caught the inside wall, stacked the field up. Let's rewind that once again. We'll put this, we're going to turn on the telestrator one more time. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you see there. Yeah, you don't need a telestrator for that one. You could tell. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's get to the race results here. Port Royal once again, folks. Just is Port Royal. Bandy wins by 1.6 seconds. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Brad Wade second, Jesse Atkinson third, Jeff Barker fourth, Clay Christopherson in fifth. Holy smokes. And Wade, by the way, 19th to second tonight. That's well worthy of driver of the week. That's worth a medal. There we go. All right. There's 11th through 10th. 13 drivers in the end on the lead lap. Unbelievable. So let's go to third place finisher, Jesse Atkinson. Jesse, I hate to cut off your conversation with the rest of the podium. Did you have a feeling, though, that when that yellow came out under the long run, did you have a feeling that it was going to get a little bit weird out there?
I thought it was going to get a little weird. I think what happened was a little bit more than just a little weird. It's definitely very odd, to say the least.
How do you put into words what just happened finishing in the third position when you had a mid-pack car all day long?
What do you mean, Marty? I had a winning car there. No, I was stuck there in the middle. I was like, I did technically, but yeah, I was just stuck there in the middle, just kind of putting my way around. I was like, you know, I'll settle for maybe 10th, and then 5 laps to go. Or I guess it was 3 to go. That restart was pretty intense, and then coming to the final corners, Patrick and Blake got together, and I was like, oh, well, there's third.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
I got to thank all the guys at TWR, Spangler, Tyler Wilson, didn't forget him, Dittmer too, and got to thank Adria Esports, Four Cloak Media, Velocity Race Designs. I think that's it. Got to thank all you guys for putting on the broadcast over at Coast to Coast, for putting on these amazing races, and got to thank myself for not putting it sideways, and got to thank my headache for not getting any worse this race. This is definitely very a headache-inducing race within itself. So,
All right, we'll let you go. Great job tonight. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
So Jesse Atkinson finishing in third. Second place finisher Brad Waite tonight from 19th to second. Brad, I'm going to ask the same first question I asked Jesse. Have you ever seen anything like that in your life before? Oh, Brad Waite, you got a copy? All right, I think we'll try Brad out here in just a moment. We'll get him back in a moment. We'll try him after we talk with the race winner here tonight. I've been saying it a lot. No quit in Bandy-Built Racing. Stephen Goldner did it once. Brennan Lacey did it once. Jesse Bandy from flipping to victory lane. First question I gotta ask you is, did you think you were the winner at the checkered flag?
I thought I didn't know where he was. I knew he was on the bottom, but I also knew I had to keep it straight and not spin the tires coming out of 4. So, I didn't know where he was at first. So I'd have to say no. I didn't know until after the race was over.
I know that yellow was definitely what you wanted, but at what point did you realize that, hey, I may actually have a shot at this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just wanted to stay clean. I can tell you the yellow made it more nerve-wracking with Blake and Patrick in front of me. And then that restart really made me, I don't know what happened there. That made me panic. And so that put a little stress on me, I'd have to say. And then after last week's ordeal there, I don't know, really added to the nerves, I guess.
So I can tell you what happened. Patrick, when he was firing, he caught the inside wall. So that's what happened in the stack up there. So
yeah.
But what is it like now being another Bandy-Built member that has a clutch moment like you did tonight?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, it's probably my best performance by far, right? That's out of my league of a performance. I'd have to say I normally don't run like that, so that's huge for me, definitely.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Chad Griggs for spotting. Man, he's been solid. He's pulled through for me and kept me calm and talked me into running this week, and I owe Chad huge. But everybody over at Bandy-Built, bio.com, Ross at Velocity Race Designs, Ross for talking me back into running this week, and yeah, it's that's about it.
Well, hey, well-earned win. I'm not kidding when I say that. You had the best car tonight. I mean, quick time by 2/10 from the rear to winning your heat race, and then, wow, just unbelievable. I'm still speechless after what happened. Congratulations, Jesse. Well-deserved, great win.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Jesse Bandy with the win tonight. And, oh, boy. But I think everyone's going to be talking about, though, tonight, Brandon, what happened between the top two in the Renegades Championship. Blake Chapman, though, did extend the championship lead. I don't think we're able to show it to you because the channel is, nope. I think can we show it to you here? Why is it not taking us? Did the channel close? I'm not sure. There we go. Okay. There we go. We had it. Sorry about that. It should show up now. Patrick just put it in 28 points with the drops between Blake Chapman and Patrick Spangler. So a new chapter in this championship picture before we sign up, before the season ends with 2 races left to go. Cedar Lake and Volusia coming up. This could get very interesting now. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm really waiting to see how this plays out. You know, I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be on a cruise for the finale. I might have to freaking watch it while I'm on. Oh, sorry for the language. I have to watch it while I'm on the cruise ship because that's how much I want to watch this finale. I want to see this play out. Now tonight was all around pretty good racing up front. I seen a lot of wrecks as I was pedaling my way through the rear of the field, and a lot of good cars torn up. But you know, that's how it goes sometimes.
That's Port Royal for you. That's for sure. Probably, I've always said that, you know, when I give these tracks nicknames from time to time, I say Volusia has, like, for example, the best race and the most passing in iRacing. But I think when you go to Port Royal, the craziest racing you'll see. You just never know what's going to happen. You just won't not know what's going to happen until they take the checkered flag. So, but unbelievable night tonight. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next Monday at Cedar Lake. We will be back with you on Slide Job Racing Network and Coast to Coast Racing Network Thursday night for Thursday Night Thunder at Lincoln. So that should be a fun one there too. On behalf of everyone at the Coast to Coast Racing League, Roger Craig, all the fine drivers, sponsors, and admins. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Brandon Dittmer, Marty Scala saying so long. Your winners tonight, Isaac Salas in Open 358, Chad Griggs in the Rebels, and Jesse Bandy in the Renegades. So long, everyone.